welcome back to Clinky. I'm Mark.
I'm Diane.
And today we are going to take a look at Peerless Rye.
Okay, we first had Peerless Rye on our Bourbon Trail experience kind of thing in November of 2017. Their distillery is located in Louisville. They are a craft distillery. They at this point in time, or at that point in time in November 2017, they had only released the barrel proof at the distillery of rye. They're coming out with a bourbon in 2019, and I think they're supposed to be coming out with a 4-year rye pretty soon. This is a 2-year sweet mash. So sweet mash means that they use new yeast every time, and they ferment it in open barrels before the distilling process. Most bourbons and most Tennessee whiskeys use a sour mash, which is they use it over and over again. So this is a single barrel that I purchased from the Party Source in Kentucky, just over the border. Peerless ranges in price from, we've seen it as low as $99 at Rural Inn in Indiana for a single barrel, to what I purchased at the distillery in November of 2017 for about $125. This beauty is the only craft distillery on the list of the top 20 whiskeys of the world in 2017. It was named to that list in November, end of December, somewhere in there, of 2017. And spoilers, it's the best rye I've ever had. Yes, it was during that entire long weekend. It was the best thing that we had. And when I went to the Party Source to get a couple other things to round out my
Vast acquisitions. Yeah.
Yes, my past acquisitions of bourbon and whiskey and rye, that long weekend, they had the single barrel. They had this single barrel. And I tasted this, and it even blew the barrel proof from the distillery out of the water. I mean, it is just, it's a top 20 whiskey of the world. And it definitely deserves that name. It deserves the name Peerless. So you know we're going to absolutely love it. Did I say they just started releasing it in May of 2017? So it's pretty new, pretty young.
Yes.
And the rye itself is pretty young. Okay.
I'm excited to try the bourbon when that comes out.
I know, right? I can't. I'm sure that will be delicious. But I think we should just sniff, taste, go for it. Yeah, clinky. Clinky. The sweet mash will lend to more sweet notes. Rye tends to be spicy, and if I'm not mistaken, this is like significantly rye. Oh, this is a barrel proof, I should say that. So it comes in at 106.8 proof. Everyone's labeled. This is a Party Source one. They actually divided these up, I think. I know they have now at the distillery into caramel and vanilla, fruit floral, and so they've kind of,
oh, right.
Yeah, and one at the Rural Inn was even called Earthy or something. So they've kind of named them and kind of given you a hint. This is a caramel barrel. You smell it. It's vanilla. It's caramel. It's really lovely and sweet on the nose.
Did we see this at Indianapolis?
Yeah, the Rural Inn.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that was where they had the different ones, yeah. Okay.
They had 3 different ones. They had a floral, they had an earth, and they had they had a caramel, which was really great. We got to taste that one, but they didn't have any in stock, or I would have picked that up and taken that home with me. And there at Rural Inn, it was about $100, $99, $100,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it smells really smooth. It does not smell like something that is 106 proof. I don't think.
No.
No, very surprising.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Let's do it.
All right.
It's very good. It's really incredible.
Yeah,
This puts other ryes to shame. Not all of them, but it's the top.
Yeah, we did at Christmas time because I was so excited.
Oh yes, we had a rye tasting in her house. I think we had 5 of them.
No, I think we had 8.
8 of okay. 8.
It was pretty kind of, and that's not. I'm a huge rye fan, so that wasn't even nearly all the ryes I had. But yeah, far and away this single barrel was even better than the barrel proof, but it far and away beat out everything else. And we had some really solid ryes in there. We had
the only one that was even close was Angel's Envy.
I was gonna say Angel's Envy. For price point, I'm gonna say it because I say it every single time. Rittenhouse Rye. I had Rittenhouse Rye kind of high on mine, but at the price point, because it's $25, you can't. I mean, it's five bottles of this.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of sweetness coming through on this. There's still some of that characteristic baking spices in here from the rye. This is just some good stuff.
Yes, it's incredible. Hopefully you can find it wherever you might be.
Yeah, I will have to say, although we're supposed to be able to find it in Ohio, I don't think I've ever seen it in Ohio. I don't think I've ever seen it at a bar. I don't think I've ever seen it at a liquor store. I don't think I've ever seen it. Fortunately, I've got 2 bottles at home that I judiciously have, spaced out because it's just so good. And Kentucky is right over the border for us, but it is available in like 35 states. Definitely seek it out if you can find it. Definitely seek it out. It is.
It's worth the money.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely worth the money. There is a lot of corn in this too. I believe this one's 51% rye, and then corn, and then barley. So along the lines of like a Rittenhouse or some of the other kinds of ryes, it's going to have even more sweetness because it's not going to be 95% rye or whatever. It's going to have a lot of that caramel, a lot of that sweetness coming from the corn too. So. And we didn't do a cocktail because we don't think you should do anything to this except put it in your glass and put it in your mouth.
Absolutely.
But if you really had an urge to make an old-fashioned, I think this would be just fine with an old-fashioned.
You could, but don't. All right. Till next time.
Clinky.
Clinky.